And welcome to this mechanism training. Um, in this video, we are going to modify this assembly to make it work the way it's supposed to be. So it's a pretty simple exercise. Uh, the most difficult part will be rearranging the parts, ones that we imported from the site that we are going to download it. So the first step is to go to this site that is grabcat.com, and you may need to uh, set up your annual account. But once that you get there, you will need to go to the community, the library. And right here, we are going to write down engine block. And we are going to look for the assembly. It's this one. The name is 4-cylinder engine block assembly. And the file that you're looking for is the 4-stroke step. Click on it and download it. It will take a few seconds to be downloaded. All right. So once that you have it, we are going to open it. So I have it right here in my folder already. So I will go to my folder and I will open it. If you take a look to the folders that I have shared, one of them is the training one and the complete one. The training one has all the components set up already, but we are going to prepare the assembly from the beginning to show you what I did in this folder, right? So I'm going to open CREO and look for the file. Remember that a step file is not a native file, so you need to look for it by clicking in all files, like this. Open an assembly. And once that the file has been loaded, you may find some errors, and during the import process, we will need to do the following. So I'm going, look, we have a sub-assembly into this assembly. So what I'm going to do is to move all the parts to the main assembly like this. And we can remove this file, and this coordinate system. We won't need them. All right. Now I'm going to arrange the parts, and let me click here, right mouse button, insert here, and I will add 4 annotations to just to separate the steps. So I'm going to add step underscore 1, another one, 2, 3, and 4. Right? Okay, so I will exit the insert mode, and I will deactivate the layers. Well, the layers needs to be activated. I will click in show, and then I will click here to move it down. And what I need to see is all the parts that we have in our design tree, like this. And then I will look for the components in the piston 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is number 3, number 1, 2, number 4. We can keep it here, here. This is okay. This is number 2, number 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. Number 1. 4 is here, okay. number two, number two. This is number three. Number four, four, three. This is number one, four, four. Four is okay here. Number one, number one, one, four, two, two, number three, and number three. Right. So let's put them in the correct order. So this will be in the step one. This will be the number one, then the cap, the number two. Then I will add the piston pin, and it's number three. And then the piston number four. And finally the rings. So in this order. So let's do it again for step two. The cap, the pin, the piston, and the rings. One more time. It's number three. It's number four. This goes here. Rod, cap. I'm looking for the pin. That's right here. Then the piston. Piston number two here. It goes right here. This is number two. Pin, piston, and rings. And the last time, rod, cap, pin, piston, and the rings. Okay, so now we have all the components rearranged. The next step is to, if you haven't done it, you need to activate the layers by clicking show. Then you need to click in the planes and axis. All right. So what I'm going to do now is to create a couple planes in order to create an axis. And I will repeat the process three more times. Okay. So this axis will help me to align the piston and allow it to move it up and down. Okay. So that will be its reference to be moved. So what I need to do is to measure the distance between this assembly right plane and the center of the piston. So this is the dimension that I need to save. So I will create a new plane and I will move it the distance that I just measured like this. And I will repeat the process: analysis, measure, distance from the AC front plane and the piston. I will copy this distance and I will create a new datum plane. There you go. So now I'm going to move these two new planes and I put them just above the first component like this. So once that you have moved the planes, select them and then click axis. And now you have created a new axis that is aligned in the center of the piston, right? So move it up. There you go. Okay, the next step is to repeat the process, but for the second piston. So I have this distance. I click here. I go back to model, plane, and paste the new distance. And I will repeat the process. So the first plane and the third plane and axis. All right. So I will move these features up here. Again, analysis, measure, plane, piston, copy the dimension, go back to model, select this plane, paste the dimension, and first plane, third plane, axis. There you go. And final step will be, again, analysis, measure, copy the distance, go back to model, plane, paste the dimension, and create the last axis. There you go. All right. So we have prepared our model. So now we can hide the planes. We won't need them anymore. Oh, one last step. Let me reactivate them. What I need to do is to select the acid right that is totally aligned with the center of the crankshaft and acid top. So both planes are in the center of the crankshaft. So create another axis right there and put it up here. Very good. Okay, so now we can hide the planes. We have 5 axes. So now we can start the connections. So the first component, the crankshaft, right mouse button, edit definition, and the connection type will be pin. So what I need you to do is to measure the distance that we have right here. Distance from this surface to this plane, copy it, and let's go back to the connection pin. So I will align the cylinder, but I need to align it with an axis. So because the crankshaft doesn't have any, so let me do the following. Let me cancel this and let's open the crankshaft just to create it, an axis really quick. I will open the crankshaft and you can select this plane and this plane axis, and there you go. You can close it and let's do the following, the same to the piston. So I will open it and same thing. I just select this plane, this plane, and click in axis. There you go. So I think we are ready now. So let's right mouse button on the crankshaft, edit definition, change the connection to pin, then select this axis and the axis of the assembly. And the translation will be, let's keep it in distance, this surface and this surface, and paste the dimension that we measured to keep it in the same position. Click OK. Let me turn off for a moment the planes. The second part, edit definition. Again, we need to measure the distance between this surface and this surface. And let's go back to the placement of, this is a pin connection as well. So I will select this cylindrical surface and this cylindrical surface, and the translation will be this surface and this surface. And just paste the distance that you just measured. All right. The next one, the cap, edit definition. On this one, I will change it to general. So I will align this surface and this surface. The second constraint will be right mouse button to make a query select this surface and this surface, and I will create a new set to align this hole with these two holes. If I don't do that and I keep it as is, once that I move the part, I can rotate it. Look, so I don't want this result. So what I'm going to do is to restrict it. So once that you have finished the first general connection, you will create a new set and just align this hole with this hole and click OK. So that's it. All right. The next one is the pin. So let me right mouse button here and click in insert here. So we can just hide all the components and just keep the one that I'm working with. And here I'm going to activate the planes. So let's edit definition, the piston pin. And this one, I will hide it, the display dragger. And we can use the pin connection as well. So this will be this one and this one. And the translation will be this plane and our component plane. There you go. Okay. Then come with the piston, edit definition. So this one is a combination of two different connections. The first one can be the pin. So we can select this cylindrical surface and the cylindrical surface of the pin. So you can just touch here. The translation will be the plane of the piston and this plane from the piston pin. Then we are going to add a new set, and this one will be cylinder. So what I'm going to do is to align the piston axis and the piston, and the axis that we create just at the beginning of the exercise. So I will click OK. Then I will activate all the components, and these are really easy to complete. So I will deactivate all the references and the piston ring. I will edit definition. So this one can be general. So I will align this surface and this surface, the cylindrical ones, and then right mouse button to make a query select and these two surfaces. The first one, edit definition. Again, general, the cylindrical surface and this one, right mouse button to make a query select. And there you go. And finally, piston ring, general, cylindrical surface, right mouse button to make a query select. And there you go. So I'm going to insert here to deactivate the components and test this mechanism. So you start rotating, so you will have this result. All right. So the other components or the other cylinders or pistons are the same process. So let's activate the second one. So let me go here. Before activating the second one, let me measure the distance between this surface and this one. Again, copy it. All right. So edit definition, change it to connection pin, cylindrical surface, this plane, and let's add a distance. So we can do the same to the other one. The ones that we had the dimension, we can continue with the same process. pin, translation, and add the distance. Number 4, pin, cylindrical surface, distance. All right, let's go to the second part, the connecting rod cap, edit definition, and these are a couple of general connections. Cylindrical, query select, and a new set to align these holes. Let's go to the second cap, edit definition, general, query select, and the holes. And the last cap, change it to general. And just align these cylindrical surfaces. All right, let's go back to the step 2. Let's go to the pin. We can insert here to see only the pin, activate the planes, and edit definition, change it to pin, cylinder, plane, and plane. There you go. Edit definition, pin, cylindrical, plane, and plane. And the last one, change it to pin, and there you go. All right. Now the piston. Again, this is a combination of two different connections. Don't forget to activate the axis. And the first one can be cylinder. No, let's make the general CCs. Not general, we can use pin. So I'm going to use the cylindrical surface and align it with the pin cylindrical surface. Then the translation will be this plane and the plane of the pin. And the second set, I will change it to cylinder and I will just align these two axes. There you go. Then let's go to the third piston. Here it is. Pin. Right mouse button to make a query select. Surface planes. And the second set will be changed to cylinder, and we align the axis. There you go. Edit definition. Here it is. And we complete this with the cylinder, like this and this. There you go. Okay. So the most difficult part has been finished, so I just will save all this, and we just need to align the piston rings, sorry. Edit definition, this is correct. So let's go here, edit definition, general. I has been asked if we use the regular connections constraints, can we still make a move? Yes, but sometimes it fails. So that's why I'm using general connection, because we are using mechanisms. So you are supposed to use mechanism for all the components, right? Sometimes works, sometimes it fails. So it's up to you. You want to test it. Um, I'm trying to say is if we can, instead using a connection, we use a regular constraint like this. If it can work. Technically, there is nothing wrong, but if you are using mechanisms, you are supposed to make the exercise with mechanisms. So I will put it back to general, just in case. I don't want to repeat the process, so you can test it yourself if you want. Okay. The next one, two, general. There you go. Sitting there. To select general. Recall if I did it for the last one, so I will double check. See right here, edit definition. No, I didn't. Sometimes you do it so fast that you forget to select the correct connections. Let me double check the previous one, just in case. Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, yes, general. Okay. Uh, let's see if they're here. So it should be general. It worked. I mean, it won't uh, fail, but it's not correct. So general. Change to general. All right. So it seems that everything has been set up correctly. So let's test it. Go back to model, drag component, one click here, and there you go. All right, with this we'll be finishing the training. Thank you very much.